So, 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, and the doctors, were saying that my chances were probably not going to be that great, and that we weren't going to be able to have children because Sergio's also a cancer survivor, and they did fertility tests on us, and they just said there was no way that we were going to be able to have children. I went through 13 months of treatment that included chemo and radiation. And so at the end of all that, I kind of had a little bit of hope that I would still one day be able to be a mother, but I wasn't sure, that was going to be able to happen based on the reports from the doctors. So when I was diagnosed, it was, it was hard to take. I was angry and hurt and angry at myself, thinking that my past choices, my past failures, my past mistakes had gotten me to where I was. And I was afraid to pray to God. I was afraid to ask Him to heal me because I felt like I deserved it. But I had a friend from Mexico come down, and she talked to me, she prayed over me, my church family prayed over me. And suddenly I realized that I didn't deserve this, and that God didn't punish me. God was not punishing me. He did not give me the cancer, but He was going to use that to heal me from that past shame, from that past hurt. And in that time of treatment, He did. He showed me how faithful He is. He showed me what a loving Father He is. He redeemed me. He became God, my healer, my provider, because all my medical bills were covered. He comforted me every time I was scared. I even remember, He's never really given me visions, but I think it was my second or third radiation treatment. I was so scared to go in there because my skin was already starting to burn. And the treatment room had this really huge door. It was thick, it was massive. And they would lay me on the bed, and the nurse would run out, and the door would shut. And I was so afraid that I was gonna get stuck there. I don't know why, but I had this fear that I was gonna be stuck there. And I laid there on the bed, and I remember seeing Jesus come up to my bed. He laid on top of me. And after the treatment was over, I saw Him get up, and He was burnt exactly where I was getting the radiation. And He told me, "Diana, I am covering you. I am here with you. And I am taking the pain for you." And He did. He truly did. A year after my treatment was over, they did a follow-up scan, and I got a call from the doctors saying that they found a spot in my uterus, and they thought it was cancer again. They wanted to go in and do a full hysterectomy, but Sergio and I were not accepting that. We were believing that God did not heal us and did not bring us out of that to bring us back to cancer. So we asked for more tests. We went back to a different oncologist, and there was a nurse there that asked if they had tested me for pregnancy. And I said, no, they all think I'm going through premenopause, so that never even crossed my mind. Well, she said, I'm going to test you. And the next day, the oncologist called and said, the results came back positive, you're pregnant. We don't know how that happened, but you have a miracle baby, and we need to do more tests. And I was so excited. I was praying to God, just asking Him for direction towards this baby, asking Him for a name for this baby that I didn't know we were going to have a boy or a girl. And He woke me up one night and He said, Davina. So I told Sergio, I think we're having a girl, because he gave me the word Davina, and that to me is a girl's name. It means divine. And also, there's a bush in our front yard, a rose bush that we have, and every year it blooms white roses. But that year it bloomed white with pink tips. And I remember just seeing him everywhere. He showed up everywhere, giving us signs, and wonders of him, of who he is, his faithfulness again, that even though the doctor said one thing, he had the last word, and he blessed us with Davina. Fast forward to now, Davina is about to turn 3 years old, and I just, I'm so thankful, and I feel so blessed that regardless of what the doctor said, regardless of what the tests, came back as, God had the last word. He gave us that miracle baby. She says to me, "Mommy, can I pray for you?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yes, you can pray for me." And all she said was, "God, please take care of my mommy. Amen." And that just blessed my heart, because I was like, "Lord, thank you." It's so cool to see him even in her, how she's only 2 going on 3, but she knows who God is. She wants to pray for people, and she's bold enough to say, "Hey, can I pray for you?" I'm like, wow, Lord, thank you. Can I have that boldness? Can I be as bold as her? It's so cool. It's so cool to see it. I am Diana Rosas, and I am destined for victory.